I mean, you will always be in each other's lives.
100% will always be in each other's lives. But there were people that like I've met in Thailand that I just had the most incredible experience with.
But it was just a moment.
It was a moment in time.
I really like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's just me, Emily, and a 50-year-old man cycles.
No!
It's bringing nothing to the table. I even end up paying the bill. Like,
Stop it,
clearly
Lauren.
not no money.
Stop it.
No, it was the
Stop
whole
it.
thing. Never know who you're going to meet and what like they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah.
But they brought nothing.
He brought nothing.
He'd take money out of my money.
Hey girlies, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Lauren. And welcome to Sexy on Sundays podcast.
We're just two sexy 20-somethings figuring it out as we go.
We met in Australia and here to share a chaotic journey with you because we have absolutely no idea what the heck we are doing.
So whether you're feeling sexy or SOS, join us on a Sunday and we promise to make you laugh. Okay, today we are talking about how the heck do I make friends as an adult?
As an adult.
Big thing, right? Like, I feel like I remember when I lived in the UK and there was like an actual moment that I can like pinpoint where I thought to myself, these are all the friends that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. And I'm never going to meet anyone else and I don't need to because I've got everyone that I need.
Oh, that's lovely. But then that changed.
It changed a heck of a lot. And like, it's bizarre now.
I think when you're a kid and when you're in teenagers, like you just mingle naturally, don't you?
You do, yeah.
And then when you get a bit old and you find yourself a little bit more, you actually have to make friends that you like.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
You kind of grow out of those like friendships that you were comfortable with. It's like settling in a relationship, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then like when you find yourself, you like find someone that actually adds to your life rather than you're just like settling for. It's like the same thing with friends, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think a huge like thing of realizing that is moving away, traveling, being on your own and just like figuring out who you are as a person and who you're more drawn to. And it's always like completely different people to who you're friends with at home, I think.
100,000,000%. There's like a thing, isn't there, in a relationship, if you've been in a relationship for a long period of time, you need to fall in love with that person 15 times over and over again because that's how much you
Really?
change. Yeah.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Because you're constantly adapting and changing, so you need to follow.
No, you're dead right.
How interesting is that? So,
Yeah.
like, if your friends are on that same path and channel as you, then you're not
Do you know
gonna
what?
work.
That is such a weird thing because my friends, like your friendships here, would you say that they're quite different to your friendships at home?
100%.
Yeah. Like your friends at home, are they all like kind of settling down?
Settled, mortgage, kids, marriage,
Yeah.
and I love that bit. The very, I'm such a wholesome girl. So in that sense, wholesome. What did I say?
You're a wholesome girl.
I'm a wholesome
Scottish
girl.
by the sounds of it.
Probably Joel's accent coming through. I would say like obviously really wholesome.
Yeah.
But over here, I think everyone's still living like their teenage years a little bit.
Yeah, no, I get, but I think it's really gorgeous because I actually remember having a conversation with my friend years ago in Ibiza.
Right.
No, I don't think it was Ibiza. I think it was like something like really tacky, like MAGA, I think.
Okay.
And we were talking about like there was this guy in Magaluf that we kind of knew, but he was like in his 30s. And they were like, he's a rep. Like, isn't that so disgusting that he's a rep and he's in his 30s?
You told me about this.
Do you remember? And
Yeah.
I remember thinking, really? And then I said to the girls, I was like, but like, if that's what he likes doing and he's happy, then what's wrong with that? And they were like, well, like he's 30, he should like be settled and like starting to have a family and stuff. And I remember thinking, absolutely not. And like, I was going to stay in the UK forever. And then it was just like a split decision that I decided that I was going to move away. And like, I feel like if I hadn't have done that,
You'd
I would
be
right
in that
now,
mindset.
yeah,
100%.
I would be.
There
with
is
my
like a
ex.
certain box that you need to follow, isn't there? Like it is going to go like boyfriend, like kids, engagement. And if you're not in that, then obviously it does like string alarms bells to people.
But do you know what I think makes it so much? Do you know what I think Australia and traveling does for you?
Wow.
Which is like amazing, is it keeps you younger for longer.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I've really loved that, you know.
I was thinking about it the other day because my friend had put on her story, she'd put like going on holiday and like I look like a MILF, but I've not even had any kids and like I don't know what to wear, like I don't go out anymore. And I was thinking like, you would slay in that outfit and you would look gorgeous in that outfit. Like, stop thinking like that, you know? And but it's that
100%.
mindset of like being at home and all that kind of thing. Whereas like here,
It is just being in a small town. So I think a small town, it is just you follow the path. But when you move to a city like London and Manchester and like Australia, like to go on another path is so normal.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've got like, How many more friends would you say that you've got now in comparison to what you had like 3 years ago?
Oh, I would say a lot more friends. But I feel like they don't really like, you know, when you're at home, I feel like I can give my all to like everyone. I feel like at the moment everyone's getting like a 0.05% of me.
Lauren, bringing out retweet. No, I get that. Because like, sometimes I'll message you.
Oh, come on.
I'll be waiting 2 weeks. I'll be waiting 2 weeks.
My friend rang me last night and she was like, if I don't ring you, I won't speak to you for a month.
No, I get it. But it's like, when you're in that situation, because you make so many friends. And you've got friends like in England, in Australia, in like New Zealand, in frigging Thailand, in France.
So
like,
true.
You have them everywhere from traveling, don't you?
Yeah.
But like the only people that you give sort of like more your 100% are the people that are in your like immediate circle.
Yeah, I agree.
And then it's because like as soon as I was home, like everyone at home was like in my immediate circle again. So like I was chatting to
Give them all the attention
everything.
And then they dip. It's just constantly just trying to balance the scales, aren't you?
And how different would you say the friendships are here? Like what kind of people do you think you've been drawn to?
I think the friendships that I've got here are crazy. In terms of like, yeah, shagging a lot. Like, I don't know.
Not me. I should say not me.
I think it's because they're all single, but they're still in their later 20s. They're just reliving that whole life again, which is fine. And like
Have they been like in relationships for a long time before now or something?
Some and some no.
Yeah.
I just feel like you come over here and it is like you've just been on holiday. So they are.
Well, no one knows who you are, do you?
No one knows who
like,
you are.
It doesn't matter if like you shag around.
I know, I agree.
Like no one cares.
100%. And that's why I do think it's good, because obviously you've started Sexy on Sundays.
Yeah.
And like, why did you even start that in the first place?
Sexy on Sundays was like, it was so random actually, because basically when I was in Sydney, I'd met really great people and like we had like this really lovely like group, didn't we?
Yeah, stunning.
But then one of my bestest friends left Sydney, and then like the closest person that I had was probably you and your sister.
Yeah.
That was still here, that I had here. And obviously then I got a job in Melbourne and I moved over to Melbourne and it was weird. I was on my own for a while and it was really nice to be like by myself.
Was it?
It was really nice to just like have time to myself and not like have time to be able to speak to people from home and have like that. Whereas normally I was just like busy. So it was like I had a moment to breathe.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Which was really nice. And like it wasn't like it was hot outside because I moved in like Melbourne winter, so it was freezing cold. So there was nothing to do. So it was just like I had like meditative time to myself.
Right.
Obviously that lasted some of 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And I was posting TikToks at the time about the fact that I couldn't make any friends because I was working a full-time job. I went to a sublet, so I didn't go to like a hostel or anything.
Yeah.
So there was no way for me to like meet people. So I kept on going to this run club. And I went to the run club. It's the South Yard Run Club. I love it to bits now. Like I go there all the time. Like it's my weekly run club.
Yeah.
But when I went, obviously didn't know anyone. Everyone's really cool. So I remember getting there and I was like, but I looked really, I was like, I felt so embarrassed. Like I just felt like I was like lingering. So you feel like you're lingering. Like when you don't have any friends, like, you just felt like such a loser.
Yeah, not nice.
So I just felt such a loser. So I just like didn't dare speak to anyone. I just spoke to one guy. Anyway, so I remember I made a TikTok about it and I was like, I just like a TikTok vlog and I was talking on the TikTok doing a voiceover and I was like, doing anything I can to try and make friends because I can't make any friends.
Right.
The amount of girls that commented on that TikTok.
Really?
Being like,
I'm struggling as well.
yeah. And then a couple girls had then followed me on Instagram and messaged me and were like, would love to meet up. So then I made like a little group chat on Instagram and was like, girls, do you want to go for like a night out? And then I went out with these 3 random girls, like complete
I think you told me. You vlogged it maybe, potentially.
I did vlog it, yeah. It was just like these 3 random girls. One of them, they were all just very, very, very different personalities and like different walks of life and everything. It was just it was crazy.
Right.
Anyway, went on this night out and then I vlogged it. And then I posted it on TikTok again, saying like, do anything I can to make friends, made this WhatsApp group. Then loads of comments again, people saying, can you add me to the WhatsApp group?
And then this is how it started.
And at the time, I was doing like a series on TikTok, which was Sexy Sponsored and Surviving in Melbourne. Just because in Sydney it was Sexy Single and Skin. Yeah. Which it should be really now. I mean,
I'm still skin.
I'm still, trying to say sexual first.
You better loving the hair.
Sexy, yeah, I got my hair done today. Tia at Salon X in Paddington. She's absolutely fantastic.
She'll love that nice one.
She's the best hairdresser in the whole wide world. Honestly, I've never had my hair this good ever.
Holly Rose is also really good, if anyone's listening.
Yeah, so loads of people commented on that, and I thought, right, why not just do a walk this weekend? I don't want to meet just like one girl for coffee because like you just don't know what's going to happen. So I thought, let's just do a walk on Sunday, see who turns up. I posted in the comments and I was like, I just made this account on Instagram. It's called @sexyonsundays. Let's go for a walk on Sunday. I must have got maybe like 140 follows in that one night.
Yeah.
And then 2 nights later, obviously it was Sunday, walked to go to the place where I said the meeting point was. Obviously I'm running late. So I start running to try and get there.
Loads of girls?
Yeah. There was like 50, 60 girls there. And I was like, are you girls here for... They were like, sexy on Sundays. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So then I did a speech.
Hi, everyone.
I did a speech and then we all went for a walk and...
You love a speech.
I love a speech. It's my favourite thing in the wide world. Like, it's all eyes on me. And I also love telling people what I love about them. And I love telling people, like...
Great things about themselves.
About them,
yes,
yeah.
You, do. You are like, a hype girl.
It's
love
quite
it.
nice to, like, get to do, like, little speeches and just be like, girls, you're all, like, whatever. Anyway, we go on this walk. I get us lost 3 times. It was so hectic. It was so chaotic. And then just from there, it just became this, like, really beautiful, organic community of girls that, like, it's how I met every single one of my friends that I have in Melbourne. And I have never...
That is incredible.
Never in my life had a group of friends that are so, like... I can't even explain to you, Lauren, like, you need to meet them.
I do.
They're just...
See, what I love about Sexy on Sundays is it's not just like the one event. So it's not just like you're going to go for drinks.
Yeah.
Like, it's like drinks, Pilates, Muay Thai, yoga.
Yeah.
So you can go out and just find like your people about what you're interested in. Because I'm not like a massive party goer. So if I can go to one that's more like active, that would be much more suited to me.
Yeah. That was the whole kind of vision for it at the start, was like, because it was either run clubs or it was like social drinking events where you could meet people. And I wanted to find something that was like not... Because there was something that existed in Melbourne before, which is called Hype Girl Social Club, which is a really good social club in Melbourne as well.
Yeah.
It's run by an Australian girl. I didn't actually know about it until I'd done Sexy on Sundays, and I was like, oh my God, no, there's another one. But it's actually an Australian girl that does it. And yeah, I just felt like it'd be really good to have one that was like led by someone that had moved over here with no one. I literally had no friends. Like, it was genuine. Like, the reason I set it up was so genuine. Like, I wanted to meet people.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's the way that I've met everyone. And like the girls there, I just can't even tell you how incredible they are, Lauren. Like,
I definitely need to meet them.
You need to meet them.
I think for me, because I started all this journey with my sister. So when I was like traveling, I just had Emily.
Yeah.
So I felt like I never really needed to like constantly go out and socialise.
Yeah.
But then it also like held me back a little bit because I wasn't putting myself in them social situations. So like I feel like having that is also such a benefit, but can be like a bit of a negative.
I couldn't do it personally.
Could you travel with someone?
No, I think now I would travel with someone because I've done the travelling on my own, and I think because I've been with people for so long now, I'm too scared.
Yeah, interesting.
But I am going to Bali for a month on my own, so that, like, I'll get back into it again.
I don't know about that. You text me every other week. That's me to go.
But like, I don't know. I think going with someone, especially someone that knows you really well, I'd struggle with because
you just don't want to get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
But also, do you not find like something that I found travelling and like just being the type of person that I am, I do lie a little bit and like I do exaggerate things, or like sometimes I'll like tell someone else's stories if it's mine, that kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I mean by that?
I know exactly what you mean.
But if you're with someone that knows you, they're like,
because
no,
you
you didn't.
I do this all the time, but say you've told me a story, but it's a good story.
You tell it.
I'll tell that story.
That's what I mean.
And then you'll look at me and then you'll start to think, and I think, oh, she's told me that story and it's her story. And then I fabricated some other lie and I've literally made it 10 times as worse. I do it all the time.
No, Lauren, I do the exact same thing. Like I always, like someone will tell me a story, I'm like, oh, that made me laugh. I'm going to use that one again.
So write
that one down. Like all the time.
I get a good fun fact and I'm like, that's going straight in my back pocket.
Do you know what? My new one is, I listen to this podcast and it's so funny. It's so funny. And every single thing that those boys say on that podcast is called I'm Grandma. It's like these 2 Irish guys. Every single thing that they say on that podcast, I say it now. Like I say all of their phrases.
Really?
Yeah, I remember once saying that I was locked and my friends were like, what? I was like, I'm locked. And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, it's just an Irish saying for like drunk.
No, I've been saying we because I've got an Irish boyfriend. Like, whoa, it's disgusting. I got embarrassed.
That's Scottish as well, you know.
But would you say, like, friends here, do you think they're temporary? Do you think we're all in essentially a little bubble?
It's difficult to say because, like, the temporary thing is so hard because there are people that you meet and you love them and you really do like have like a close connection with them when you're together and it's amazing. But then when you move on with your life and you don't see them again,
It's
like,
hard to keep up, do you
that's
reckon?
it. And you know that they're probably just like a moment in your life, like they're a chapter in your life, you
Yeah.
know? But then there
I
are
get
the
that.
people that you meet that you know, and you know instantly, I think. Not instantly, but like within the few weeks that you know them, you know whether they're going to be in your life forever.
Yeah, 100%. I
you
get
agree?
that. Yeah. Because I'll know that me and you will always be in each other's lives.
100% will always be in each other's lives. But there are
Yeah.
people that like I've met in Thailand that I just had the most incredible experience with.
But it was just a moment.
It was a moment in time.
I really like that, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas I like hold on to that a little bit because I'll be
Do
a bit
you?
sad, yeah.
No, but that might be because you've met people that you really, really like and you want to stay with. That might be a different scenario. But I think for me, I've just met that many people that I just fell in love with and I just care about
was
them
a
so
moment.
much. But I know I'm never going to see them again. And there's no
Yeah.
need for us to like catch up. And it's just like, that was a nice
Yeah,
time.
I
And the
get
reason we
that.
were friends was because we were in this situation together.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think like that's probably, yeah, that's the weird thing. Like it is temporary sometimes, which is sad. And it's a lot of goodbyes as well.
It is a
think.
lot of goodbyes and it's heartbreaking. Like saying goodbye to one of our close friends recently. It's just
Same.
awful. It's not nice.
Did you? When was that?
Lids.
Oh yeah.
See, that's just not nice, is it?
No.
But then I'm not very good on text. So what do you do?
I always pretend like I am going to see them tomorrow.
I do
I
make it
see
feel
it?
so much better. Yeah, but then do you?
No, but like I remember saying goodbye to one of the girls in Thailand, and I was only going to see her 2 weeks later in Bali. But I cried. It was like someone had died in my arms. Like,
It's
I was like,
awful. It's like
And
heartbreak
then-
like no other.
I actually said goodbye to one of my best friends that I met at Sexy on Sundays yesterday because she's leaving on Sunday to go back to France. And wow, like I didn't cry, didn't do anything. Like I just treated it as if like, see you soon, like see you later. But am I going to see her again? Like
Oh, and yeah, don't even think of it
you
like
probably
that.
won't, will you? Like
No.
it's actually crazy. Like you just don't know.
What
And
about crazy?
Oh.
Can you tell me you're crazy? Yeah.
the
I need
craziest
to
person
think
I've met.
about this. Yeah.
You thought about it? You thought about who you, like, have you got someone in mind?
No, not yeah.
So we were thinking like coming to Australia and just like traveling in general, like you do meet a lot of crazy people. Personally, I've met quite a lot of crazy people. There's people that I met that I thought was crazy and then like you kind of learn to love them and then you don't think they're crazy anymore. I've had a few of those.
Yeah, and then it's just quirky.
just a bit quirky, a bit kooky, a bit crazy, a bit
I
bit
feel like that
fun.
was probably you with me.
Do you think? Is it me with you?
Me with you.
Me with you? You with me?
me with you.
You thinking I'm crazy, kooky, cool?
Yeah, but then cool. Just crazy, crazy. But I love
You
that
was
about
crazy.
you. You are a bit crazy.
Lauren, what do you think was crazy about me?
Are you joking me? You were doing Michael Sanderson, George Sanderson in the rain.
Who the fuck's George Sanderson? You mean George Samson?
Yes.
Did you think I was crazy?
Yeah, but in a good way. Like, but that's a great quality about you.
No, I know I'm a bit, I'd say I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm a bit crazy.
Because I think, would you say I'm crazy? Tell me what you think I am.
When I first met you, I was just like, I thought, the thing is about you is that you're obviously very good looking. It's like, it's quite intimidating, I think. But then you're also like a really big, lovely personality. And I think there was a lot of pressure around us being friends because our friends had already met each other.
Yeah.
Like, our friends had already met and they were like, oh
Yeah.
my God, you're going to get on so well. So I think there was just like pressure,
Pressure
there.
there.
But then I was like,
We're both trying to be giggly, funny.
we were trying to be crazy. And
I
everyone
get
else was
that.
just having a chill night and we were just being weird and chaotic. And I was like, we was like in the toilet together the first night we ever met each other, just like dancing naked, like weird. Like who does that? I don't even know. That's just travelling, innit? Oh yeah. Craziest. There was quite a few in Thailand, I think.
Right, go on, give me one.
There's a crazy one in Thailand and I feel like there was a crazy one in Sydney as well. But the one in Thailand, it was this guy. Do you know what? He was never my friend. Like, I just want to put that out there. He was never my friend.
Okay.
Bearing in mind, I'd gone to Thailand completely on my own and I'd have been 23, which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Would I have been 23 or 24? It doesn't matter. Anyway, was 24, gone there on my own. And there was this guy, let's call him Jingle.
Right.
I don't know why. I couldn't think of a name. Let's call him Jimmy. And I was just minding my own business. Me and my friends were I'd made loads of gorgeous friends, like from everywhere in the frigging world. We're in this like Muay Thai camp. We're all so close, but we just have so much fun together and it was just gorgeous. And there was this guy and he just absolutely hated me.
Why?
Lauren, I couldn't tell you. No one could tell you. But he was awful. He'd like invite everyone to like a dinner and then he wouldn't invite me. And he just wouldn't invite me. And then I'd be like, oh, girls, like, can I come? And they'd be like, yeah, come. And then I'd come and then he'd be like, why is she here? Literally say, like, why is she here?
That's awful.
Absolutely bizarre. And when I spoke, like the first time I'd ever spoken to him, we were sat in a cafe, never met him before, just went to go and meet my friend and he was with her. Because like, obviously it's like the Muay Thai camp, like people meet each other and they all just like, you're all just in like a big group kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously you get your own little like groups within that. Anyway, met him for the first time and he's a tattoo artist, right? And he goes, your tattoos are shit. And I was like, sorry? And he was like, they're disgusting. Like, who did those? They're disgusting.
I hate when tattoo artists say that. Like, what?
But I was like, one, who do you think you are? And two, like, it's literally like on my body for the rest of my life. Like, just keep your mouth shut. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything nice. Don't say anything at all. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Anyway, so that was my first encounter with him. And it progressively just got worse, where he was just like making snide comments or like laughing about me, telling people things, because he was German and there was other German people there and he'd like say things.
Really?
Yeah, and there was this one night that I went on a night out and the boy that I was dating, he apologised to me about this after, but I went over and I was like, hey, so I was just like saying hi, like we was in our group, went over to their group.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, what did he say to me now? He said do you know when someone says something but it isn't funny?
Okay, slide
But they're like
digs.
saying it to be like nasty, but like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And he just said something really horrible about me. And then just like looked at me and everyone was just silent.
What?
And I was like, what the hell? Like literally he was like a 35-year-old man, just like that with me. And so I confronted him about it. And he was like, I just don't like you. I think you're offensive to me and I don't want anything to do with you.
I feel like that's just a bit of jealousy, you know.
I was like, babe, jealousy is a disease, get well soon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to be me. And that's all it is.
That is so
But
true.
he was just like,
Not a nice
I suppose that was
person.
just like a negative experience of someone that I've met. And I'd never, ever in my life experienced anything like that. And it was like, it was just a bit upsetting and a bit horrible, to be honest.
What?
Do you know what I mean? Because like you're on
Yeah.
your own and you're just kind of a bit like, oh my God, someone actually hates me for no reason.
What the
Genuinely
hell?
hadn't done anything, just been myself.
That's
I mean,
just-
it's just one of those things. Do you know what? He taught me a lesson. And it taught me that not everyone is going to love you.
No, I agree, 100%.
I think you learn that a lot here, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. See, I don't really feel like I've met them like crazy people. There was this one story I don't think I told you, but it is quite funny.
Go on.
So me and Emily were in Cambodia, right?
Yeah.
And we go to check in this Airbnb. Anyways, there's this guy hanging around reception, but he's dressed a bit cool. He's around about like 40, 50. Anyways, he's got a bit of sort of a soft spot for me. So he's like,
Soft
right.
spot.
Soft spot. What did I say?
Some
Soft spot. Soft spot. So anyways, he's like, right, okay, what he's going to do later? Should we, like, can I take you out for a coffee? So I'm thinking, right, okay, this guy's clearly got a little bit of money because it's in like a really fancy hotel. Thinking, you never know what this guy's going to bring to the table.
Love.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I say to Emily, like, there's a guy downstairs, he wants to take us for some coffee. She's like, oh, Lauren, I just don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm like, look, you just never know. Like, it could have all these businesses lined up. We'll just see what happens. Anyways. So we're in Cambodia and we got to this restaurant and we meet up with him and it was just the most awkward encounter ever.
Why?
It's just me, Emily, and a 50-year-old man sat across
No! No!
sat across this table because I'm thinking, like, you never know what he's going to bring to the table, but it's bringing nothing to the table. I even end up paying the bill. Like, he's
Stop
got
it,
clearly not
Lauren.
no money.
Stop it.
No, it was the
Stop
whole
it.
thing. I ended up getting like the bill for like the whole.
Was he Australian by any chance?
No, he was like Cambodian. I don't know. I was just saying, I mean, like, look, you never know what's going to happen here. Like, it might pull out. Like,
You paid.
and I paid, and I remember we all ended up.
That's a liberty, that.
No, and then we all ended up getting a tuk-tuk home. Me, Emily, and the guy. And remember, you were tuk-tuk, you're like this, and you're back. And there was this 50-year-old man next to me on the way back to the Airbnb, and I thought, oh, a load of crap that was.
Oh my God, that's
But
hell.
you just do all these random stuff because you never know who you're going to meet and what like they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah.
But they brought nothing.
He brought nothing.
He'd take money out of my money. So that was that, really. That was
Oh my
like,
God, can we talk about that time when you got really angry at someone at Rounders? Can we talk about that? I really want to talk about that.
all right, yeah.
Can we?
Go on then.
I just think that's so funny.
Do you know why? I'm passionate and
Passionate
competitive.
girl.
Like, I'm very like black and white.
Give me the story.
Oh God! All I know is there was like, say, there was odd numbering too with the tennis teams or the
So,
rounders
no, but
teams.
basically, we were living in a house together, and Lauren was like, "You'd come here with like people that you already knew, didn't you?"
Yeah.
And then you kind of all got on top of each other when you lived together.
Yeah, I think it can be a bit hard living with your friends because
Yeah,
you don't
oh my
really know
God.
like
Yeah.
what they're like and what I'm like. And because obviously I'm ADHD, I've got even though it gives chaos, I have piles and I know what's all in them piles. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
could
get
ask
it.
me one
Well, I
thing.
don't get it because that's not me, but yeah, go on.
You love a pile.
Do I?
I think so.
I think I'm like,
I do think you're a bit messy.
I'm just, I'm type B to a T. Like, people, if you're a type A person, do not live with me because you'll want to evaporate.
What would be like a type A?
Type A is like someone that knows where things are. You're not a type A, I'm afraid.
I definitely not. No,
You're not.
but I
That
want to know
knows
what
where
they
things
are.
are. Things are folded up, like clean, tidy.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Do you know what I mean? No, I think you are clean and tidy, but you're not like clean and tidy.
No, I'm not. Like, I have a friend that's like, she houseworks once a week, like very much to a T.
Yeah.
But yeah, the roundest one, living with your friend, I think can be just a bit difficult. We just clearly like love it a bit. It's one of the most
Best friends.
I think we're more like sisters, and that's what it was.
Yeah,
And
I've
it
got
just-
that with some people, yeah.
It just transpired that it just came out of the roundest pitch a
You
little
two were
bit.
screaming at each other.
Screaming.
I remember because I just met Lauren, and it's when you first meet people, because there's a thing that happens when you go traveling. It's
Did you
like,
think, wow, she's scary?
but you meet people and you're like, I love them. They're a bit of me. And I remember that happened, and I was like, whoa.
Don't mess with me, you.
I was like, oh, I don't know if these girls are for me. I'm not sure. This is a bit much.
Really?
Yeah, I was scared for my life.
Really?
Because they were like on the pitch, and like one of them was like batting, and the other one was like on the field. I think you were on the
I was on
field.
the field, yeah.
And you were like screaming at each other, like, shut oh yeah. And I was like, me and Chloe were looking at each other like, what do we do?
Yeah, I know.
And I remember being like, do you know what? I really wanted to be friends with Lauren, but I don't want to get a shout out like that. And luckily, we've never had an encounter with like that before.
You just set your boundaries, don't you? I just think that was a bit of a reset, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then you just.
But I think we're
like sisters.
I think I'm quite easygoing as well, though. Like, I don't really get if someone upsets me or does anything, it takes a few times for them to do it before I say anything.
Yeah, I get that. 100%.
And I just kind of brush it off,
Yeah.
get over it. And like in my house, like that I live in now, they bring things up straight away, which I'm not used to.
Oh.
So I just feel like everyone's attacking me all the time.
No, and they definitely won't be, but that's just all in
But
your
that's
head.
my head. And I just always think that people are attacking me if they're being like that, but it's just absolutely not the case at all.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
yeah, I think being with friends, moving here with them, it can be really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And like you do get on top of one another. And I do think it's important to like come here on your own, meet people on your own, and like you meet completely different personalities.
people.
And it's weird how many people you gel with, isn't it?
I know. I think traveling in your 20s is so hard because everyone is traveling. I would say early 20s. Would you agree? And I feel
Yeah.
like it's a lot of boom, boom, pow in the bedroom, which just isn't a bit of me. Like, I remember I was doing the hide and loop, and it was like a dorm full of like 20 people. And I went to sleep in the night thinking nothing of it, but
Stop it.
action everywhere.
No.
Oh, yeah. Like, my bed was rattling.
No.
Like, and I'm obviously like nearly 28. Oh, am I? Oh, am I
You're
23?
29, aren't you?
All right then. Yeah. 29. But do you know, like, that's just not a bit of me, and never been a bit
I've
of
never
me.
done that ever. I've never had sex in a hostel. Don't think I'm obviously never going to now. Like, that would be absolutely, it'd be kind of weird if I did that, wouldn't it, from my age. But yeah, no, that's definitely not for me. We have actually we reached out to the girls. Where the heck is my phone? We reached out to the girls to see like what the craziest things that happen, craziest like people that they'd met, and just seeing what they'd said.
Go on. I want to know.
I have had one. Again, I've not actually read it out, so I have no idea what it is, but we'll give it a go anyway.
Go on.
It's quite a long one.
Oh hell, is it funny?
I don't know. I haven't read it. All right, I'll try and whiz through. Moved into an apartment with this crazy lady who had advertised having a puppy in her apartment. But when we arrived, it was this ginormous dog. I'm talking size of a horse.
Love that though.
During the visit, the dog was jumping all over, jumping on the sheets, and we just assumed, all right, it's her house. It's probably quite normal, and she'll probably clean up. Long story short, we come to the apartment, nothing's cleaned up. There's wee and there's poo all over the floor, all over the sheets. Everything's covered in dog hair. So we ended up tidying up. We spent 6 hours in the apartment cleaning. After cleaning, the woman got back home. She got really mad and got angry at us for rearranging her stuff.
Never.
And didn't even say thank you when we'd literally deep cleaned even the dishes and the cupboards that were disgusting. We thought she may have been a bit autistic.
Because she liked the shit.
We thought she might have been a bit autistic, so we didn't get mad at her or anything. But the dog continued to wee and poo everywhere.
Oh, no.
We said to her, like, this isn't okay. And she said, if it bothers you, just
Leave.
clean it up yourself. Anyway, we left after 3 days and made her refund us for the rest of the week that we paid. Threatened to walk out with loads of her stuff if she didn't. Jesus.
Toaster on the way out.
Ended up back in a hostel for a week before finding something elsewhere. Crazy thing about sublets in Australia is living with so many different people and realising the way that people live is just disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. People...
That is very, very true. And I've lived
100%.
in a lot of houses, a lot of different personalities.
Everyone's just got different standards and some people
Yeah,
just
they have.
aren't yours.
Sometimes you find yourself just like cleaning up after other people and it's just... To be fair, I've been quite lucky with like this. I've been lucky with people that I've lived with, very lucky with people I've lived with.
Yeah.
And I've been very lucky with the people that I've met. I've obviously met people that haven't been my bag and I've just known that.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
then I do feel like you meet people and you know, one, if they're going to be in your life forever.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to be in your life for a little while and it's just going to be a nice little chapter that's like gorgeous and you'll just remember it forever in like a nice place. Or they just ain't for you.
I know. You need
They
to
ain't
find
for
the
you,
balance.
honey. And some
Honey.
people, they grow on you.
Yeah, they're a grown, not a shower.
Grow not a shower.
But quickly though, I think what we should talk about is the events that you got coming up with Sexy on Sundays.
Oh.
Just go on, drop me a liner.
So, events coming up, we're going to be doing a Christmas in July dinner.
Oh.
Yes, in Melbourne, which is going to
Right.
be stunning. Sorry.
Okay, right.
But yeah, it's in July, so that'll be probably second week of July, likely. And it's going to be at Rossi's, I think. I'm going to reach out to Rossi's and organise that, but that should be so much fun because it's like jazz night.
Right. Any
And
Sydney?
then Sydney, haven't got anything in the pipeline yet, but we are thinking of doing another swim club, aren't we?
Okay, let's.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think we should. I
let's.
think when you get back from Bali, I think we do another swim club in Sydney. Otherwise, we will definitely be doing a Pilates in the meantime in the next like 2 weeks. We'll definitely
Yeah,
do
that'll
one.
be stunning. Or even like a paint and sit vibes.
Paint and sip. Do you know what I
Love
want to
that
do as well? I want to do like a charm workshop.
Lord.
But I have got PTSD from doing charm workshops because me and my friend did a charm workshop and I went with your sister.
Yeah, and you spent a fortune, didn't you?
Your sister made the most gorgeous necklace I've ever seen in my life. Like it was
Yours-
giving like Christian Dior.
Yours was Vinny's.
Mine had a lion with a lion's mane on the middle. Don't know what I thought I was doing. I remember
trying
getting
to
and I
be
was making it. I was
quirky.
thinking, I'm an artist, girls. I'm an artist. And I put it on, paid, bearing in mind $100, which at the time for me was a lot of money.
Still is a lot of money.
But like back then, it was like £1 billion. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
And I'd put the necklace on, and all I wanted to do was rip it off and throw it into the sea. I thought, you know what? It's that ugly. I want to throw me in the sea with it.
You didn't even
Hated
show
it.
me when you got home. I think she went,
No, it was awful, Lauren. It was absolutely disgusting. We haven't even talked about me having brunette hair. Anyway,
I want you to have brunette hair. Everyone should agree
yeah,
with me.
I had just for anyone that cares. Recently, went on a wig night and I took it very seriously. I bought a proper wig. Cost me $140. Don't have any money. $140. Bought a proper wig. It just looked like I had an issue with my hair.
No, I liked it.
It did look nice, but
Yeah.
like when people started seeing the hairline thing come off, they probably just thought she's got something going
Pull out
on.
the whole face.
Do you know what I
then.
mean?
Yeah,
She's
I
got,
get that.
yeah. So I
But
took
I
it
had
very
a wig night recently.
You
and I
did?
went blue avatar girl, and I think I was someone's wet dream. Because they got me a bottle of wine at the bar. So I was happy.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get absolutely naff all that night.
There you go, then get the blue wig, had a little fringe
Get
and
the
all.
blue wig. No, because I think brunette is not sexy for me.
Well, it was very,
No,
very sexy.
Lauren, blonde is the way to go.
Oh, right.
Blonde or home, do you know what I mean? Blonde way or no way.
Wrong.
Anyway, that's been the Friends. I'd say the Friends episode. Is there any tips to close, would you say?
Follow along for Sex on Sundays. And I think Facebook groups, do what I did.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that, but that's what you did.
That's what I did. I did Facebook groups. So I just popped in a little gorgeous photo of myself, blew a few kisses, and then and then that's how I literally made all my friends when I went travelling. And then when I came here, it was just so much easier for me.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
literally use social media.
Yeah. Social media is key. Like Sexy on Sundays in Sydney and Melbourne, if you wanted to meet people. There's also, I don't know many in Sydney, like actual social groups. There's obviously a lot of run clubs.
Run clubs, just do a run club.
Run clubs are great, and especially a great way to meet men as well, if you're looking for that. Or women, if you like that as well.
You like that?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Crypto by number.
She's in the closet, but the closet is glass. And yeah, in Melbourne, there is Sexy on Sundays, there's Social Circle, and there is Hype Girl Social Club, and there's Conscious Connection as well. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's
No,
really cool.
I'll put
That's
that
like ice baths and all that kind of stuff. It looks really sick. But yeah, but before you come here, join those groups, see what they've got coming up, and just go to the events. Go on your own. Don't worry about being on your own. There's always people coming Sexy on Sundays events by themselves. I do it every single time that I go most of the time. Go by myself, I don't know anyone, and I'm just surprised by who turns up. So,
Lovely flat.
yeah, just be brave, be beautiful, be gorgeous, be sexy, and just, you'll meet the most amazing people you've ever met in your life. Like I met Lauren.
Woo!
So,
but
yeah, like that, 'cause that was quite nice.
That was nice.
Wasn't
Kiss. Kiss, kiss.
it? Kiss, kiss, snog. Oh, no, snog.
No snog. Not that snog. No. All right then.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Give us a like, give us a follow as well, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.